No one should have to choose between their own safety and their pets. But nearly half of domestic abuse survivors delay leaving because they can't bring their pets with them. Purina is helping to create more pet-friendly domestic violence shelters through the Purple Leash Project, so survivors and their pets can escape and heal together. Visit Purina.com/purple to learn more.
Finished training for the day? Time to fight post-workout fatigue with Core Power Protein Shakes. They're packed with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle and electrolytes to help hydrate. The nutrition you need to help your body replenish, rebuild, and repair post-workout so you can power on to the next one. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Visit corepower.com to learn more.
1, 2, 3, 4. Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster
Movie.
Fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honeybee.
Fun time, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. 31 Days of Horror. Mars Needs Movies. This season we are looking at movies about alien invasions, incursions, infiltrations, and visitations. And my guest today from the podcast Stu World Order is Robert Stewart. Welcome back to the show, Stu.
Hi, good to be back. Thank you so much for having me back on.
It's always good to talk to you. Tell the folks, if they are not familiar, a little bit about your podcast before we jump into things.
Sure. So the podcast is the Stu World Order podcast, where we review randomly drawn comic book movies with our guests. Every episode, we pick 1 out of 3 random movies based on a comic book, and we give it our ups, our downs, and then our overall rating out of 10. And in addition to the podcast, which you can find on pretty much any podcast player out there in the world, there is the website swoproductions.com, where we have new articles every single weekday.
And Honeybee and I have been on that show a couple of times. Stu, did you ever watch that other version of The Spirit we talked about?
I have not. No, I've never gotten around to watching The Other Spirit. No.
You got to stick it in your list of movies to draw from. Then that'll make you watch it. Well, today's movie is, I'm calling it a incursion movie. It is Critters from 1986. It's not a full-blown invasion. It's just a little bit of a few aliens dropping by to fuck things up and then go away. It is from 1986, directed by Stephen Herrick, screenplay by Stephen Herrick and Dominic Muir. There's several ways to spell my name, and that is one that I do not see very often, with 2 O's instead of 2 I's. It's 85 minutes in color in English. The budget was $3 million, and the box office was 13.2. So, very respectable. And then there is a bunch of sequels.
A bunch of
3
sequels. There are
and
way
a
more
web
sequels to
series.
this. Yeah, there are way more sequels to this movie than I thought there were. Because you type in Critters on Letterboxd and it gives you this giant list of movies.
Yeah. Oh, and there's also a 5th movie that is a reboot. Critters Attack
Yes.
is a reboot. If you haven't seen it, folks, you can watch it on Tubi and a couple of other places. Tubi, Sling, and Plex all have it for free. Let's talk about let's just go through the cast and then we'll get into it. Dee Wallace as Helen Brown, M. Emmett Walsh as Harv, Billy Greenbush as Jay Brown, Scott Grimes as Brad Brown, Nadine Vandervelde as April Brown, Don Keith Opper as Charlie McFadden, Lynn Shay as Sally, Billy Zane as Steve Elliott, Ethan Phillips as Jeff Barnes, Terrence Mann as Ugg/Johnny Steele, Jeremy Lawrence as Reverend Miller/Preacher, and Corey Burton as the voices of the Krites. So, Stu, I gave you a list to choose from. What made you choose Critters?
So I had never seen Critters before, and it's one of those, as a horror aficionado, that I felt like I should have watched by now. And it just seemed like the most fun out of the options. Like, it seemed like it would be the movie that I would have the most good time watching. So I wanted to go with the movie that I thought would bring me the most joy.
And did it.
It's such a average movie. I really thought it was going to be sillier. I thought it was going to be sillier. I thought it was going to have more fun with it. It's I don't want to say it's boring. It's not boring, but it's just very vanilla for its concept. Like, they don't do as much with it as I kind of hoped that they would. Like, it's fine. Yeah, it's just fine. It's not as much of a... I thought I would be watching it and laughing and enjoying myself, and I just kind of watched it, and I was pretty stone-faced throughout. I was a little disappointed when I got to the end.
Now, this movie is often just assumed to be like a Gremlins ripoff, but they were actually working on it before Gremlins, and they altered the script some to make it a little less like Gremlins. But there are a number of films in this period that are very Gremlins adjacent. I think Ghoulies is another series.
Ghoulies, yeah,
And,
that's the one where the little monsters come out of the toilet, I think, and get you if the advertising is correct anyway.
Yeah, and there's multiple ones of that series too, and a couple of other similar things, the names of which escape me at the moment. So yeah, it's an alien incursion in that these Krites, which are little balls of fur and teeth, escape from some kind of space prison. So they send some bounty hunters to go get them. Why there aren't regular police that can handle this, I don't know, but they call the bounty hunters. And of course, the Krites land here on Earth in some little small town, and the bounty hunters are right behind them. And these guys are terrible. The bounty hunters are terrible. I think they're kind of shit at their job.
Yeah, they even
just sort of
say
keep...
at the very beginning, the aliens that send them off into the blackness of space to track the critters down, they even say, like, try not to blow everything up this time.
Yeah, they just tear shit up and say, where are the Krites? And, like, they haven't done any research or anything to know that this is not a spacefaring planet, and they're not going to know what Krites are. Maybe if you just explain yourselves a little bit, you won't have to tear shit up so much. So they just have the bounty hunters just have these glowing green heads, and then when they get here, they are able to put on a human face. So the one guy, Ugg, takes the form of Johnny Steele, who is a rock and roll guy. We keep seeing his video playing early in the movie. And the other guy seems to be having trouble picking a shape. And every time they come across a new group of people, he just grabs a new face off of somebody and keeps and doesn't have any problem with... I don't see the point of this. He just changes faces right in front of the humans. So
yeah, it's really weird because they have this ability to change their shape and change their face and adopt a new person's persona or whatever, and you anticipate that that's going to pay off to some degree, but it doesn't. It's just something these bounty hunters can do, and it feels really unnecessary, I guess I could say. Like, you could just have them be aliens the entire movie and it wouldn't really matter what they look like, because they just go around shooting things anyway. It's not like they're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, they're not doing an infiltration at all. And by changing shape right in front of the humans, they're making it clear that there's something fishy going on. So I don't see the point. It's just kind of a running joke, I guess. But that's about it. I'm curious about this web series. It was Shudder did this web series of it.
Okay, yeah, that's new information to me.
I don't know if it's really worth watching the rest of the series, but I find it cute. I've seen this one before, I know, but I'm not sure if I've seen any of the rest. But I feel a little compelled to eventually watch them. So a fair amount of the film involves the Brown family in their house fighting off these things. The girl is dating Billy Zane, and he quickly gets killed. That's a shame. It's pretty early.
Yeah, I really wanted more Billy Zane in this movie.
Yeah. I think a lot of movies could do with more Billy Zane. I'm just taking a quick look over the plot here. But they tear up a bowling alley, they tear up a church, they take on the shape of the preacher from the church and the guy from the bowling alley. And who's the drunk guy they keep
Charlie?
running across?
Is that his name, Charlie?
Charlie. Yeah, Charlie, I think, finds out pretty early what's going on, but no one will listen to him. He tries to warn people. And then eventually they take on his face as well.
Yeah, he's like the town crazy guy that he insists since the very beginning that he gets signals in his teeth fillings from alien encounters.
Right.
And he insists he's always been getting them, but this time he's getting them for real, I guess.
Yeah. Who knows? It might be... We had a similar issue in Independence Day. Was Randy Quaid's character actually abducted by aliens? Or was he crazy, but also aliens are real? It's never really clarified. So maybe Charlie has really been getting signals all this time, or maybe he's crazy and getting signals at this moment. Who knows? I think eventually Charlie blows up the Krites, and the bounty hunters give Brad a device to contact them in case they come back. Now I'm curious, is that going to come up in the second movie? Oh, and Charlie goes off with it. I must have dozed off at the end of this. I don't remember Charlie leaving with Ugg and Lee to become a bounty hunter.
I don't remember that either. Yeah, that's something I don't recall having seen happen at the end of this movie. I thought Charlie just kind of rode off on a bicycle or something for some reason. I don't remember him leaving with the bounty hunters.
Yeah, that might be some Wikipedia bullshit. I'll have to go now. I got to go back and look at the end of this movie again. Jeez. And then there's a here we go again ending, or the end, but is it? Because there's Krite eggs in the barn. What do you think of the critters themselves, Stu?
I think they're pretty interesting. They are obviously not as good as the Mogwais and the Gremlins from Gremlin, because this movie doesn't have that budget or that level of talent behind it, but they look pretty good. They're interesting looking. I like whenever they're in their little ball form just rolling around. They're intimidating. They have the big sharp teeth, and they've got those little spines that they can shoot at people. So I think for the movie's budget and for the level of filmmaking talent behind it, I think they did as good of a job as you could hope for. I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, they're goofy looking little, not quite gremlins with huge mouths.
Yes.
Did they knock over bowling pins at any point? That seems like something that should have happened.
They didn't in their ball form, but the bounty hunter picked up a bowling ball and just chucked it down the lane and blew up some pins.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
The critters were never actually at the bowling alley.
Ethan Phillips from Star Trek, from A Star Trek, is in this, as well as Billy Zane. And, of course, M. Emmett Walsh I've seen in a bunch of stuff. I thought the cast, I was surprised by the quality of the cast, honestly. Oh, I guess I didn't realize that Dee Wallace was in E.T. I mean, I sort of knew that, but they probably cast her on purpose because she was in E.T. She's the mother. Who is Billy Green Bush? I feel like I should know who that is. Okay. Yeah, he's been in a bunch of real stuff, too. So there's a lot of actors in this that have been in real movies, but somehow I ended up in this thing. Any other highlights or lowlights for you, Stu?
Young Scott Grimes in this movie does a really solid job as pretty much the core protagonist, Brad. And it's hard because being a child actor, it's tough, and you can come across as too precocious, you come across as too cynical or something, and it's really hard being a young actor in these kinds of movies. But he does a pretty unimpeachable job in this movie. He's entertaining, and he emotes all the right feelings that this character should have. Like, he shows fear at some points, and he shows bravery whenever he decides he has to be the one to go out and get the police to the family farm. And he's a really interesting character. I was surprised how much I liked Scott Grimes as Brad in this movie.
Okay. I wasn't really familiar with him till I clicked on his page here. Now, he is in the next Critters movie.
Okay.
The thing I know him from is The Orville. He plays Gordy Malloy in The Orville, which I'm a little behind on. But he's been in Party of Five, Band of Brothers, and does the voice on American Dad. He's Steve Smith on American Dad. So there you go, which explains how he got into Orville. Is Terrence Mann anybody? Oh, he's been on Broadway.
I feel like I know that name, but I can't place any movies to him or anything.
Apparently, he's been in a lot of Broadway.
Okay.
He's been in Barnum and Cats and Les Miserables and Beauty and the Beast and The Scarlet Pimpernel and Rocky Horror Picture Show and Pippin and The Addams Family, Finding Neverland, Tuck Everlasting, The Great Gatsby. He's got 3 Tony Awards and an Emmy Award nomination and an Outer Critics Circle Award for Outstanding Actor in a Musical. Holy crap. And he was in Critters.
And he was in Critters, yes.
He's in 4 Critters. So there you go. But also a bunch of Broadway and a fair amount of television stuff. Oh, he's on... No. He's in Foundation.
I'm unfamiliar with Foundation. What is that?
It's on Apple TV. It's based on Asimov's Foundation novels.
Oh, okay.
And the Emperor is constantly cloned. So there's always 3 of him at a time. An old man, a middle-aged man, and a younger boy version. So once the oldest one dies, they activate the next clone. So he plays the old Brother Dusk, they call him. Brother Dawn, Brother Day, and Brother Dusk are the names of the different incarnations of Emperor Cleon. And he plays the oldest one. And he was in 4 fucking Critters movies. So there you go. I mean, good for him, I guess. Oh man. So yeah, it's a perfectly fine movie. It's not really bad enough to be one of those so bad it's good kind of movies, but it's not really great either. It's just okay.
Yeah, they really should have had more fun with the concept, like I said.
Yeah. I think it should have just gotten, I don't know, more extreme or dumber or something. I don't know. I'm curious now to see the other ones, especially a reboot. And this web series, I don't know if that's easy to find. I let my Shudder subscription lapse because I wasn't watching it often enough, but I could renew it once to watch Critters, I guess, for a month. Stu, we're using a flying saucer scale this year, so on a scale of 1 to 5, how many flying saucers do you give Critters?
I would give Critters 2 flying saucers out of 5. Like I said, it's perfectly adequate, and it's better made than I thought it would be, and the critters look good in it, but like I said, it's not the blast that I expected to have watching this movie. It takes itself just a little bit too seriously, and I think that's a problem for this movie. Even Gremlins, like, as serious as Gremlins can be, has a lot of fun with its own concept and gets a little bit sillier. This has, the one moment where the critters are like, oh, they're armed. Oh, who cares about that? And then she blows one of them up with the shotgun and the other one goes, oh, fuck. But I mean, aside from that, you don't get a lot of like tongue-in-cheek fun moments. And I think they needed to go a little more all in on that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to give it 3, though. 3 for me means it was okay. It's okay. So there you go, folks. Stu, we will put links to your podcast in the show notes. Folks, you should check it out if you like comic book movies or movies in general. And we'd love to come back on soon. It's been a little while since Honeybee and I have been on the show. We always need an excuse to watch a comic book movie.
I'm sure we can work that out. That doesn't sound like it should be a problem.
So we'll be back tomorrow, folks, with another in our 31 Days of Horror. Until then, I have been Precious D. My guest has been Robert Stewart from Stu World Order. Remember to keep watching the skies. We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Fun Time Go. You've been listening to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. If you enjoyed the show, please consider rating and reviewing us on your podcasting platform of choice. You can leave us a message and find links to all our things at mmftg.com.